President.
Senator from Massachusetts.
Thank you, Madam President. Madam President, I rise to speak in support of S. 4019, the Juneteenth National Independence Day Act legislation that I have introduced along with Senator Cornyn. We have 54 co-sponsors, broad bipartisan support that would make Juneteenth a federal holiday. And in a few minutes, I will ask unanimous consent that the Senate take up and pass this important bill. Our country is in the midst of a long overdue reckoning on race and justice. The murder of George Floyd by members of the Minneapolis Police Department has galvanized the nation as protesters have taken to our streets demanding justice. Justice for George Floyd, justice for Breonna Taylor, and justice for countless other Black and brown Americans who have been hurt or killed at the hands of law enforcement. But this reckoning goes well beyond seeking accountability for police officers who betray the trust we bestow upon them. The disparate treatment and mistreatment of Black and brown Americans permeates our society. It infects our courts, our schools, our places of work. It reflects the unfulfilled promise of a nation built upon the notion that all are created equal. And it has its roots in our nation's original sin, slavery, a crime against humanity that we have for far too long failed to acknowledge, address, or come to grips with. One way to further the process of racial reconciliation and healing is to recognize, honor, and celebrate the formal end of slavery in the United States, and to do so at the federal level. And perhaps the most effective, direct, and far-reaching way to do that is with a federal holiday commemorating that historic event. For more than 150 years, the Juneteenth holiday marking the emancipation of slaves has been observed one way or the other across our nation, including Texas. But it is long past time to place Juneteenth on par with other federal holidays so that all Americans in all 50 states celebrate Juneteenth alongside Veterans Day, Memorial Day, Martin Luther King Day, and other federal holidays. The celebration of Juneteenth dates back to June 19, 1865, when Union soldiers, led by Major General Gordon Granger, traveled to Galveston, Texas, with the announcement that the Civil War had ended and that the enslaved were now free. This was 2.5 years after the date of President Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation, but either the news of Lincoln's order had not yet reached many, including those in Texas, or local officials refused to enforce it. On June 19, 1865, Major General Granger read to the people of Texas General Order No. 3, the first lines of which told them clearly and unequivocally, quote, "The people of Texas are informed that in accordance with a proclamation from the Executive of the United States, all slaves are free." Juneteenth celebrations followed, as did the recognition of Juneteenth as the formal end of slavery in the United States. Since 1865, communities all across the nation have celebrated Juneteenth with parades, cookouts, prayer gatherings, historical and cultural readings, musical performances, and many other celebrations. These events have provided many with the opportunity for reflection, education, and a deeper understanding of our history as a nation, the whole history, and how it has affected and shaped the lives of Black Americans. Nearly every state in the District of Columbia has passed legislation recognizing Juneteenth as a holiday or observance. And the Senate has passed a resolution designating June 19th as Juneteenth Independence Day. But Juneteenth has never received the higher status it deserves as a federal holiday. The Juneteenth National Independence Day Act rights the wrong and makes Juneteenth a federal holiday. We still must travel a long and difficult road to justice and equality in the United States, but we cannot get there without recognizing the original sin of slavery and marking its end. It is incumbent upon all Americans to truthfully acknowledge and understand our past and how it affects our present and our future. Making Juneteenth a federal holiday will not right all the wrongs of the past or fix what remains broken, but it is an important step. It is the truth of our history and the missing half of the story of our nation's freedom and independence. It is long past time to recognize Juneteenth as a federal holiday.